Welcome to the Jones Review.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Jones Review here. This is B. Jones coming at you in the latest in entertainment news. Today is going to be a fun ride because we got a lot of content to cover. And plus, we have our guest here today. Well, she will be calling in soon. Her name is Kiara Rabbitt, and, I met her I met her a couple weeks ago, talking to her and seeing, what kind of interest that she's into. And she is a cosplayer, too. And, she dresses up as Rogue and all these other cosplayers, and she's pretty cool people, So, and shout out to my girlfriend Jordan. Hope you're listening right now. Also, thank you, Scotty, for giving me this opportunity too. Scotty's my producer.
Yes, sir. As
Yep.
always, my man.
Yep. And also, the views and opinions of the Jones Review do not reflect the views and opinions of the WWSU Radio, Wright State University, nor their entities. Other than that, if you want to participate on the show, you can call in at the number 937-775-5555. Or other than that, you can participate in live chat and, ask us questions. Or if you have a comment to share, just let us know. But other than that, we're kind of waiting on Kiara, but I'll just get the ball rolling now, and I'm gonna start out with our first content.
You know what we should? I don't mean to take over real quick, but while we wait, do you just want to talk about Battlefield 2042? Because that's something I'm aware of how bad the reviews have been.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't actually. Here, I'll go ahead and turn my camera on for a minute while I'm talking. I'll switch it back to you, Bailey.
All right.
But man, I haven't really played that game at all.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't look that bad. I don't. Do you know why these ratings have been so poor for this game? Have you actually went through and read them?
No, I haven't, but I've been hearing how bad. There was this guy that was playing Battlefield 2042, and he's saying that the way the bullet radius is kind of inaccurate and it's kind of unfair. It's more like how Vanguard is in a way.
See, I haven't played. Yeah. I haven't played a new FPS in a long time. Since I played Rainbow. That was my last FPS I was big into. So it's been about 2-3 years since I played a new FPS game and really went through it. Other than Warzone, I have played Warzone.
I remember playing it. I played the beta actually. I really liked it, and after I've been hearing the reviews, I'm like, maybe I should wait until it's on sale, maybe, or wait until it's on EA. It's not Game Pass, but EA Play. EA Play.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but
I think it's early access, right?
Yeah. Early access.
I know they do that for Madden and stuff because my friend had it.
Yeah, but I was a little surprised with the reviews, and I think IGN gave it a 5, 2. I don't know. I wasn't expecting it to be that bad.
IGN usually gives very fruitful ratings. You know what I mean? They usually give 7+ at least on most games, even if a lot of people dislike it.
Yeah,
seeing them give it a 5. I didn't know they gave it a 5. That's really low by IGN standards.
Yeah, I wasn't not expecting. Here's some reviews that I pulled up here. It said it's one of the buggiest, most broken Battlefield games I ever played. Do not buy this game until it gets multiple patches and gets finally fixed. Wow.
Haven't there been a lot of Call of Duty games like that though?
Honestly, yeah.
They're terrible at release because this is wrong and this wrong, and it makes a big difference in the game and multiplayer, and then they end up getting it fixed, and then everyone's like, oh, okay, this game's not too bad. So I feel sure, the reviews here at the start may be bad, but later down the road when they get the patches in, I feel it could be a decent game. Because Battlefield's always a fun game series, and to me.
I definitely agree with
Battlefield 4, that's one of the best FPS shooters I've ever played. That game was tremendous.
It was.
And I think I played Battlefield 1, which was that World War II styled one.
Mm-hmm.
And man, what's up with all these shooters going to World War II styled games?
I don't know.
It was cool at first. A lot of people wanted it, but it's getting old. It really is.
I agree with that.
I'm tired of it.
I think it's kind of more of the futuristic type.
Honestly, I just want a more. I want to have. This is my opinion of it. Obviously, everyone else has their own opinion of what type of Call of Duty they want. But the Call of Duty I think I would enjoy if it came out is something in the same time frame as Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2, where it's kind of like 2025, 2021-ish. Because back when Modern Warfare 3, when that came out,
It was in the future.
yeah, it was like
Yeah.
2019, 2020
Yeah.
to 2022 or something.
Yeah.
And here we are. We're about to hit 2022, right? And Black Ops 2, that was 2025. Well, we're actually almost there.
Literally, like
Yeah.
4 more years.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Almost 3 years.
We're not even close to the technology that they have, or I'm
Yeah,
not even sure.
but-
I mean, maybe they could, but we just don't know about it. So
Yeah, I doubt it, though.
yeah.
But I would like to see a new Call of Duty game be brought back to modern times. And
Mhm.
sure, I feel like a lot of game companies try to avoid that
Mhm.
because of if you do it in today's time, I feel like they're going to be pressured to fight certain people in the world, and that's
Mhm.
going to like
And different beliefs will be inflicted
and
to.
then some countries are going to be like, oh, this game made a war about America and Russia or something. Like, here we go. I don't know if that's what they're doing, but like I'd like to see something like
more realistic.
present day.
Yeah.
More like this could be real life right now, right? Like the guns, it's not all futuristic. It's like this is what the technology we got now. This is the time, this is the year. Like let's say they make another Call of Duty game in 2022, which they will. They make a game every year.
It was confirmed for Modern Warfare 2, though.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
remaster. I'm tired of the remasters. I think a lot of people are.
But it's not. Are you talking about like the remaster or like the actual?
Modern Warfare 2, that's already been made.
No, I'm talking about the remake, Modern Warfare 2.
They're remastering. That's what it is.
Really?
A remake is a remaster.
I thought it was 2 different things.
Not really.
Oh.
I mean,
in a way,
what
it's-
would they
it's-
remake about it though?
Well, I mean,
Because if they
it's-
remake it and they're saying it's Modern Warfare 2, then if it's going to be a different game from Modern Warfare 2, then it's not Modern Warfare 2.
I mean, it's the sequel to the Modern Warfare remake or the reboot prequel game. Remember that Modern Warfare from Warzone?
I never played the remaster of Modern Warfare because I quit Call of Duty by then.
Oh, gotcha.
But the thing is, I guess maybe one of us is just confused, but like if they do a remake of Modern Warfare 3, sure they can add or Modern Warfare 2, excuse me. They can add a couple of things, but they can't really go too far off track because they're going to be expecting a remaster because they're calling it Modern Warfare 2, and that's already a game that's been made.
Yeah. And they were remastering.
And in my opinion, remasters and remakes of these games, it's all just a scam. It's what Skyrim's been doing for
years.
Elder Scrolls has been doing with Skyrim for 8 years now. They're just milking it. They're milking it. That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're not producing anything new or special. Maybe like 1 or 2 new things.
Yeah.
I want to see a nowadays styled shooter. And 2042 for Battlefield, like we were, what brought us into this discussion is nice. That's closer, but like I liked Battlefield 4 because it was kind of like now.
Yeah.
I liked Black Ops 2 and Modern Warfare 3 because it's like, sure, it was like just 10 years ahead, but it was like, those were all obviously just still good games.
Yeah.
But I would like to see a first-person shooter, Call of Duty or Battlefield. Probably Call of Duty first because Battlefield takes a few years.
Yeah.
To do a more present day, or even better yet, I would like to see Call of Duty that just hits the 2010s.
Oh yeah.
Even
back
though we've
in the
had
day?
something like that, but just a new Call of Duty that's just based in the past a little bit, not like World War II, but like 2010. Something
Early
recent.
2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we could just kind of reflect on that. I think that'd be cool.
That'd be a cool idea. I agree with that.
Activision better be listening to me.
Activision or Frostbite or EA, y'all better be listening to us because we got a lot of ideas here.
Yeah, bro.
And hey, Scotty, I think it would be a good idea if I agree, they should make like a more, not like true realistic, but a game that's close to modern times and what's going on right now. And, I think because with certain beliefs and certain religions and how people
You have to be touchy.
Yeah.
You have to be very touchy.
You have to be
and that's
picky with certain
That's why I feel like
topics.
I don't mean to interrupt you, Bailey.
Are you good?
Sorry.
You're good.
But I don't like I think that's why they try to avoid the present day stuff is because it's 2021, bro. We don't want to offend anybody, right?
Yeah. We're too sensitive here.
Yeah, no, it's just like, and I feel like if they did it more present day, some people would take it too seriously. Like, bro, it's just a video game. Chill out.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's why we've seen way in the future, way in the past, not now. We haven't seen, like, the closest we've had to, like, present day, from my knowledge at least, for Call of Duties at least, was, like, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3. Modern Warfare 3 was based in, I think it was 2021 or something. I'm actually going to look that up.
But yeah, for Modern Warfare, I hope they don't. Right now, Call of Duty it's always a copy and paste, but they always find a new formula and they always stick to that formula and copy and paste that. So what they did was for Modern Warfare, they basically copy and paste this new formula where if you customize a weapon, you fully customize it out. You got the muzzle, the sight, the magazine, the stock, the just everything about the weapon you can customize. And plus, you have operators. You never got to do that in Call of Duty until Modern Warfare. And then when they started doing that, they copy and paste that on the Cold War, then now Vanguard. And it literally looks the same from Modern Warfare.
I just don't understand how people are still interested.
I know, like, it's all these little kids and, people that really like Call of Duty, but they still, I guess, well, now people are coming to their senses that Call of Duty should be upgraded or at least, updated to the point to where it's not as the same thing constantly. And I think that's what Activision struggles with. And, like I said, the last episode is more originality and how, build something new. But it's kind of hard for companies to do that because they're so used to this IP that they just make sequels just to make it easier and to make money. But if you make a new IP to where people aren't used to that new IP and they really haven't heard of it, and the game companies have to market that to where they're used to it before it releases. But Activision is in I think Activision is in a pickle. It doesn't seem like it, but I think they're so used to Call of Duty to the point where they're going to continue Call of Duty because they make money from it. But the quality,
people are always going to buy Call of Duty.
Yeah,
dude. That's. The name is out there, and anytime, think about it, think about your grandpa or something, just walking past you playing Battlefield. They'll be like, "Oh, you're playing Call of Duty," because it's just the face of the franchise. It's the face of first-person shooter. So it's not. Call of Duty's probably never going to die. Or if it does, it's gonna. I'll probably die before Call of Duty does. Let's be honest.
That's gonna be a long time.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. I don't know. For me, I just think that Activision is more of they literally made a lot of games in the past. They made majority of the games from the early 2000s, and they stopped and they just stuck with Call of Duty. And I just I
made them the most money, so. Might as well stick to it. I can't blame him for that.
Yeah, I can't blame him for that either. But, I do like how they do have the operators and the way you can customize a weapon in the Call of Duty games, but, it gets old. And plus, even more annoying.
I don't think they really introduced, are you talking about, actual operators, or are you talking about just, the way they look?
The characters. You can play a different character for, a match.
See, I never really did that. I was just, the last Call of Duty I really, got into heavily was Black Ops 2.
Mm-hmm.
And that's saying a lot because that game's old.
It's really old.
That game's old.
Yeah. But I gotta say, the way Battlefield 2042, I really want to get it. I think I'll just wait until Black Friday or after Christmas to get it.
Yeah, Xbox will probably do some type of it's a new game, so they'll probably only give you 10% off. But hey, man, $5 is $5.
Yeah. I'm surprised that Activision always does this, but they never put their games on for Black Friday, on the Xbox store. But I think probably
well, they always release their games in November, though.
Yeah.
So it's why would they put it on sale immediately after it comes out? Sure, a year later they probably would, but no one's going to want it anymore by then. So it's a very weird placement for them. When they release, they always release stuff in November.
Because it's holiday season.
Yeah, and then they'll get it for Christmas, all that stuff, et cetera, et cetera. But it's you'd have they're not going to release it on sale for a long time. Usually they don't put it on sale probably till let's say they release in November like usual. Probably won't put it on sale for at least March, April at least. Because that's when people will start getting tired of it, and they'll be like, oh, let's put it on sale so people who don't have it can play it and then do our pay-to-win stuff and give us more money.
Yep.
That's usually how it goes.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of my friends fall to the pay-to-win features.
I fell for it, too, but I stopped doing it because I see it's more...
it's not even pay-to-win, it's just all cosmetics. I spent $400 on Rocket League crates back in high school.
Back in high school.
Yeah. I spent a bunch of money on Rocket League.
I wouldn't blame you.
My cars though on Xbox are dope. On my PC, not so much, because I never really played on my computer, but now I do. So
That's good.
all right, so is Kiara calling in by chance? I haven't seen the light flash
Yeah,
up at all.
I was about to see if hopefully she comes in, but if not, we can just call her on break and we'll just
Yeah.
keep talking for right now. But I see the reviews for 2042, and it says there's no scoreboard, which is kind of sad.
There's no scoreboard?
Yeah.
How's there no scoreboard?
I don't know. I guess that's what he says. I mean,
Maybe he means like while you're playing the game. It has to pop up at the end at least.
yeah.
But like, I always like to look at my scoreboard during the game.
Me too, so I can see where I'm at, my progress. And
See how
if,
bad I am.
Yeah, and I can see if I can, get up in the scoreboard and get number 1 or number 2 at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to do that too. I'm like, oh, am I dying? Oh, I can't die anymore. I just like doing that.
Bro, I used to be pretty good at the older Call of Duties. I'd be that like 12-year-old kid that would not really talk, and I would just beat the heck out of these guys, and then I'd go in game chat and just talk crap to them, and they're like, "Oh, you're like 12, bro," and I'm like, "Yeah," and I just kicked your,
Yeah.
I just beat the heck out of you, man. But I miss it. I'd always I don't know why they wouldn't have a scoreboard in 2042. That's kind of dumb.
And it's just there's so many things you can't customize the hub. You can't. There's no server browser. There's no single player campaign, which surprises me a little.
Okay, I understand why this got such low reviews.
Yeah.
I'm never touching it.
Yeah, I was that.
Bro, the campaign on Battlefield 4 was pretty dope.
It was okay.
I liked it.
It was decent.
To be fair, though, I guess the way I look at it is like this. So, right when I bought the Xbox One, right when it was brand new, I bought it. I waited outside of Walmart or Best Buy or something before. I can't remember, but I got Battlefield 4 like a week after I got the Xbox.
Oof.
In that game, the graphics between the Xbox One and the 360,
I know
I felt like I was like 10 years in the future.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding.
Mm-hmm.
I played Battlefield 4 and I'm like, this is the best graphics I've ever seen. And then here we are now. But still at the time, I'm just
it was futuristic.
And when I was playing that campaign, like that little lean feature that they had that Call of Duty didn't have, I thought that was the coolest thing because I was so used to playing Call of Duty.
I agree with that.
And it was nice. And the campaign was actually pretty well, in my opinion. But Battlefield 4 overall was a great game. And like I said, when that Xbox One first came out, I thought that was the best looking game ever.
Bro, excuse me. Sorry, I'm from Wendy's. But anyways, I remember those days when I was with my mom and dad, and it was just I was playing on the 360, those 360 days, and then when the Xbox One, I miss them too. But I think we're gonna come back to those days again because just the way, Microsoft as a company and then Xbox.
I mean, I won't be going back to those days. I mean,
I know, but it does seem like Xbox is stepping up to. And plus, by the way, Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be Xbox exclusive.
Yeah, I saw what you sent me.
Yeah,
PC and Xbox exclusive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
screw you, Sony.
Yeah, screw you, Sony.
PlayStation.
Yeah,
we finally got the upper hand here.
Yeah. Put some dirt in your eye. Yeah, Sony. And then watch Sony try to step up with all these first-party companies and be like, oh, we got this new IP. Check this out.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think that Xbox is stepping up and they're acquiring game studios. And I think what they have is unique. And they acquired Bethesda. And that's like one of the biggest game companies of all time.
Yeah. And
I've been hearing that they're in development for Fallout 5, and then they have this new game, this new IP called Starfield, and it looks really cool. I'm excited for that. And then they got Elder Scrolls 6, and then I'm not sure what other ones, but there's also many games that I wrote down too that we'll talk about soon. Also, I don't know. I'm just excited for what they have, for what Xbox has in the future. Hopefully they announce some newer games at the Game Awards, which is December 9th. I'm mainly excited for what they're gonna announce because I'm not excited for the awards because I've seen the nominees; they're just not as good. That'll be on December 9th, so I'm excited for that. And plus, they do have What was that game? I have so many games I'm playing right now, but Back for Blood, I'm still trying to finish. I still haven't gotten to finish it yet, but I'm almost done with Far Cry 6. I gotta say, it's really good. Great game. Highly recommend. And also been playing Avengers because it's getting better. And plus, they announced the new playable character Spider-Man, but it will only be on Sony, sadly. But they will have newer content to where it'll refresh the game, honestly, and rework some things about the game, like the gear, cosmetics, how to earn resources, and everything just about the game, just a rework of the game. And plus, they'll have the Claw Raid where they did the expansion for Black Panther. But other than that, I'm going way off topic. Uh, they also have some more bad things about Battlefield. When the match is over, it kicks you out of the menu, meaning you have to match make each round. And then
Why? That is so dumb.
I guess the way EA thought of it, I guess they always want to compete with Call of Duty, but I think they just rushed this one to where it just. I'm so glad I didn't get it, but I guess well, EA, they're trying to. I would say after Battlefield 2042, I think they're going to stop with whatever they're doing and actually finish their games. So
Yeah.
I think this was the last game that they just decided not to finish, sort of, or I think they finished it, but they didn't polish it, and
Maybe they were very rushed. It just sounds like they were very rushed. And like I said, all these game companies that produce games like every year or 2 years constantly,
yeah,
they probably felt rushed. They were like, oh, we have to have it out by this date. We can't push it back. And whatever happens. We can just throw, patch updates and stuff. And there were too many glitches and too many bad things. And now.
And then this happened. It's literally review bombed everywhere.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say.
And it has very few maps. There's only 7 maps in the base game.
Way.
And then they have
No wonder this got like a 2.2 overall. Jeez.
Yeah, and they have.
Watch them try to plug the rest of the maps, all DLC. Watch them try that.
And then making it like an expansion, you have to pay for it.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
$40.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No way. No way.
Yep.
No way.
Also, they don't have a lot of game modes either. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to get this game now.
Yeah, just from hearing that, I would definitely not suggest Battlefield 2042 or whatever it is.
And also, they only have 22 guns in total, which 5 to 6 are actually really good, and few factions in the
22 total guns.
Yeah. And then it just. I don't know. Maps are too big, which leads to.
I'm just flabbergasted. 22.
Yeah.
You got what, like 4 different types of pistols, maybe 4 different assault rifles, maybe 2 snipers,
4 rocket launchers or 2.
Probably not even 4. I'd say 1 or 2. But like, how do you only have like 22 guns in a like a shooter that's meant to be like a massive war, pretty much?
It's supposed to be futuristic.
That too. We got 20-something guns. Like that just shows it was rushed.
And also, some of the guns even look like modern day guns. They don't even look like futuristic.
I mean, to be fair though, when we actually get to 2042,
it's still gonna be the same.
It's all gonna still be the same. We don't really need it to be truly futuristic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like we're gonna have like Halo guns in 20 years. That'd be dope.
That would be really sweet.
I don't think us civilians would have access to them, though.
I did try the Halo multiplayer, though.
Yeah?
Well, one match, because I was getting tired of it. Because I was like, what is this? I mean, I was playing it, but like I thought I was going to be better than I thought because I played the tutorial. But, it wasn't what I thought. And
Yeah.
It was like people were kicking my butt already, and they already got the assault rifle, and then people shooting me from a distance when I don't see them. And I'm just, not used to the Halo, playing Halo multiplayer.
Dude, I haven't played Halo since Halo 4 first came out. And I don't even remember when that was.
That was probably like 2012.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I used to play Halo when I was younger, but like I never got like really deep into it. I think Halo's cool, but it's not like my favorite. It's a nice little shooter, though, I will say.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Well, I guess I'll share some game announcements too. Uh, they got this new game that's going to come out soon called Atomic Heart. It's mainly like you're you're mainly in Russia, but like it's more of like a Bioshock in a way. You have like all these powers and like a chainsaw and like these enemy types that are like from Evil Within or like Dead Space in a way, or more like horrific enemies in a way. Um, you also have and it's also kind of like Doom 2 of the gameplay. It's more like an action FPS first person shooter. And then of course they got Ash versus Evil. And you remember the Evil Ash versus Evil Dead? Have you heard
No,
of that franchise?
never heard of it.
Okay, they're coming out with that soon. And then they also have this new 007 game that's coming out, and it's by the developers that made the Hitman games.
Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting because
The
007
Hitman games weren't too bad.
they're too stealthy for me.
They're very
Yeah,
stealthy. It's
the newer ones are too stealthy for me.
yeah,
Like,
you got to be really sneaky.
yeah, you have to be precise, and it's just way too detailed for me.
And some people like that though.
Yeah,
Like I think it's pretty cool. Like now, if you want like a more relaxed, stealthy, then you got Assassin's Creed. But Hitman, yeah, you gotta really use your brain.
mm-hmm.
And I'm not smart.
I mean, you are.
But yeah, Hitman. I played a little bit of Hitman. That was a good game.
I like Absolute.
I feel like
That's
that
my favorite.
007 game running off the Hitman engine though.
Oh, that's gonna look.
That's
beautiful.
going to look nice. That
It
is
is.
because the Hitman games do look nice.
Mm-hmm. Without a doubt. In that newer Hitman game, I heard that's one like the best. Well, for the graphics wise, it's really good on the PlayStation 5. That's what I've been hearing. Like just the mechanics and everything about the game is in there. But anyways, we are coming up on our commercial break or top of the hour break, so we'll come back and hopefully Kiara is on the show. So stay tuned for more of the Jones Review.
Welcome to the Jones Review.
And welcome back to the Jones Review here. This is B. Jones coming at you in the latest in entertainment news. Well, welcome back. We have here Scotty, who's my producer.
Yep, I'm still rocking it here.
Yes, sir. Unfortunately, Kiara is kind of busy right now, so I'm not sure if she's going to be on the show right now. But as of right now, it'll just be us for right now. Scotty?
Right now was said like 5 times.
I'm sorry. My bad. Okay. Well, as of right now, it'll just me and Scotty. So
I'm just giving you some crap on me.
It's all right. Well, at the moment, we will be talking about a lot of content. I'm probably going to talk about the new 007 movie, which I want to talk about a couple episodes before, then the Ghostbusters Afterlife movie, Mortal Kombat 11, and also Days Gone. So once we start, we're going to start with 007, No Time to Die. So basically, No Time to Die is basically James Bond's final mission. Well, technically to conclude the Daniel Craig saga of the James Bond movies, which were really good movies. Some of the movies were kind of mediocre or okay. The first movie was really good. It was Casino Royale. That was really good. And I think it was the next movie. It had Skyfall, and then, Quantum Solace was the second one. That was mediocre, but still had a lot of great action in it. And then the third movie was Skyfall, which was really good. And the fourth movie was Spectre, and now the fifth movie is No Time to Die. And it basically follows James Bond on his last final mission after he leaves the service from the previous movie Spectre. And I guess there's this new up-and-coming villain named Stefan, who is basically trying to kill the world with this new type of virus. I don't know, this villain was more into like potions and viruses, and it wasn't as more of a villain that wants to reboot the world. But I really enjoyed the movie. The action was there. It starts off with action already. And, had a great story. I don't really agree with the ending, but some people thought it was the perfect ending for James Bond, for Daniel Craig, but I thought it was kind of cheesy, or kind of cheesed out his ending in a way. It had Daniel Craig as James Bond. It had Annie D. Armas as Paloma, which is a main character in the movie, more like a recruit in a way. And then Rami Malek as Stefan, who was the main villain. But, it has the all-star cast. I also had Leah Stilnox. It's mainly like a French name. Madeline. And then also Lenasha Lynch, which is Naomi. And they also had a female 007 too. But, down the road, she kind of, want to say steps down, but she wanted to respect the original title of James Bond, 007, but I thought she played a really good, strong female role in the movie. And also have Ralph Fiennes as M, who is basically like the manager or the one who looks over 007. But, it was directed by Gary Joel Fukunaga, and he was the director of the movie. And, it was a really good movie. It had a good story until the end. It's just a lot of it was a good action movie, and it is 2 hours and 43 minutes, so it's about 3 hours.
Bro, it's like Titanic length, bro.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
But I mean, they are finishing off that series that's been loved by so many people, so yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's definitely a great movie. I would highly recommend it. It's still in theaters, but you can rent it on Amazon Prime.
I saw the trailer for it, but I never really watched 007 movies. I'm not a big action movie guy. I like John Wick. John Wick was a good one.
John Wick. I'm excited for John Wick 4.
Yeah.
That's going to be good. They got a lot of...
We should watch that one together in theaters.
I definitely agree.
Yeah, I love John Wick.
They also have... they're going to have Donnie Yen, and he's like a huge martial artist type actor.
Okay.
And he's in it. And then they're going to have Lawrence Fishburne, who played Morpheus. And, just... Also, I will talk about Matrix 4.
Ooh.
soon because that's
Okay.
coming out on HBO Max, and I can't wait to watch that. And it's
Yeah, I
coming
got
out on
HBO
Christmas.
Max. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good movie, man.
Finally, something actually good comes out on HBO Max, right?
I mean, they had some good stuff on HBO Max come out.
Oh, yeah, that Dune thing, right?
Yeah,
I
that
haven't
was
watched
really
it.
good.
I've heard so many of my friends talk about it, but isn't it like more like a sci-fi thing? I hate
It's a beautiful sci-fi.
I
Man.
hate sci-fi, man.
What?
I don't like
Come
sci-fi at
on.
all.
That's the
Like,
best
okay,
part.
have you heard of the game called Outer Worlds?
Yeah,
You know how that's kind of sci-fi based?
yeah.
I hated that game.
What? I didn't really like it. I tried playing it. I thought they had a third-person view for it. So
Well, it's just like you shoot one type of enemy and one type of enemy alone, and all you're doing is just running around different planets, just running errands.
seriously, I hate those
That's all
type
the
of
game
games.
is.
It sounds like Death
And there's
Stranding.
the one type of I can't even remember what the one type of enemy is. Like, hold up, I'm gonna Google it real quick. Outer Worlds enemies. They let me look at images. Yeah, they're all kind of like dinosaur looking things, but they're not really powerful at all.
Mm.
I mean, you have some like just normal bandit people, but that's really about it. And I'm like, there's not. It's just super boring to me, I guess. I'm not a big sci-fi guy, which sucks. I've just never been interested in it.
Well, sucks to say that they're making a sequel to that game.
Outer Worlds?
Yeah.
I haven't met one person that actually likes Outer Worlds.
I didn't really hear a lot of people tell me that they liked it. I mean, I knew
All
this.
the people I've asked that played it said they did like it.
Yeah, I knew this guy in college. I wouldn't call him a friend, but he was across from me from my dorm, and he played the heck out of that game, and he like beat on the hardest difficulty, but he didn't say
There's
that he
nothing
liked
hard
it.
about it.
Yeah, it looks super easy.
Like I said, you're just running errands.
Hmm
That's all you're doing.
It reminds me so. Just hearing that reminds me so much of Death Stranding, which you were basically a mail deliverer during like a post-apocalyptic world where you fight ghosts and
I'm about to say, that sounds
PTs.
pretty accurate.
Yeah, it just. I hope they don't make a sequel to that game because that game sucked. I played that whole game and there's nothing. Maybe I should do that. But honestly, it just that game was. It looks cool, but when you play it, it just everything is good, but the story and how you play. Mainly, you have to make every delivery, and it's literally every mission is a delivery, and you have so many gadgets and vehicles to drive, and sometimes you have to walk, and it takes like an hour to like get to this destination, and you have to worry about PTs, which are ghosts. But before that, No Time to Die, out of a 5-star rating, I would give it a 4 out of 5
Okay.
because it was really good. The one I'm giving it a 4 out of 5 because of the way the ending was. After it was so good until they got to the final scene of the not the final scene, but the resolution, and they're trying to solve the problem. But it just after till that it was just eh. But No Time to Die was a good movie. But for Death Stranding, there's so many. It had Norman Reedus, who plays Daryl from The Walking Dead. He's the main character, and of course, it has Leah Dugas and so many other actors in it. They also had what's his name? He's a popular Del Toro something. He directed the Supernatural movies. He directed Hellboy. He was in it, and they also had so many other different actors in it, but mainly the premise of it was you have to deliver a baby, basically, and well, they had these type babies that kind of helped you out to kind of detect these BTs or PTs, because these BTs are like from the afterlife, and after the afterlife, they would just come back as a ghost, but they would be covered in goo and stuff, like black goo in a way. And every time you died, you would go to that afterlife, but you would cause like a big warp thing. It'll be like you would cause like a big rift in the world or something, or wherever you're at, and it'd be like a big old hole and cause like many BTs to spawn. You have to worry about them. But It's a decent game. I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. They made a director's cut for this
It's
game.
a decent game. I would not recommend it to anybody.
Yeah, and it just it's also Hiro Kojima is. He
No.
made the Metal Gear Solid games.
No.
Oh, okay. Well,
Sorry, Bailey. You're asking the wrong dude.
well,
That's why I'm the producer.
yeah, and it was just the way they. Well, for other people, it's a good game, but it's literally like delivery, spawn, repeat. It's so repetitive, and it's literally like it won't change. It's like it is. It does have action in it, but it does not change its theme of the game. It's just being a delivery man, literally. And you do have weapons in the game. You do like go back in time and fight like enemies in World War II, but you still have your same weapons in a way. I don't know. It's weird, but
Yeah.
I would give this game a 1 out of 5.
God.
Yeah.
Don't hear too many of those out, Bailey.
Yeah. I mean, the graphics are amazing. It's just the way it was launched and the way everything about the game. It's just, I thought it was going to be a fun game, and it just looked fun, and I just wanted to play it. I played it like when I got back freshman year of college during Christmas, and I was playing that, and it was very interactive, I would say, because you have this baby, and the baby detects the BTs. And if the baby's upset, or if you move too much, it gets upset and it just makes noises. And then every late at night, you would just hear baby noise or babies crying or something through the controller, because the PlayStation controller, they have at the end of the controller, you can knock it to use a flashlight, or it speaks into the mic or speaks into the controller sometimes. But for the controller, you would have to shake the controller or to kind of rock it a little bit to help the baby calm down. And I just thought that was annoying to do that, but I'll give it 1 out of 5. It was not a good game. I definitely will not, and do not get the director's cut, because I bet you that's a trap. And then try to show you that they got newly added, updated gadgets added. They even added a catapult.
What'd you say this was called again?
Death Stranding.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I'd never even heard of it.
Yeah, it was a big. Well, it was like a big launch, but it did terribly, for Sony. But it was a exclusive to Sony too.
Oh, no wonder I never even heard of it.
Yeah, but it was not a great game. But other than that, time to switch gears here to Days Gone. So Days Gone is a great game. You remember Sam Witter that I met from Comic-Con?
Oh, yeah. You showed me the picture, I think.
He's the main character in that game.
Okay.
And the premise of it is basically this main character called Deacon St. John. He has to face a brutal struggle of survival, basically. And he has to basically fight an apocalyptic world where there's this virus and where it makes you mad. And it's not I don't think it's rabies at all. I'm not sure. But this virus makes you go insane and make you go crazy into a zombie. And basically, yeah, it has zombies in it. And basically, you're a bounty hunter, and Deacon St. John, of course. And yeah, it's 2 years after a global pandemic, and you're facing all these challenges. You're basically hunting people now during this apocalypse. These zombies travel in hordes. These zombies aren't your normal type zombies. These are zombies that will actually run, and they have super strength. Some of them have super strength. More like, I wouldn't call it Resident Evil, but in the same realm as it, but more realistic in a way.
Okay.
If you get bit, you start to turn instantly. And actually, if you have an infection, you actually start to become, or you start to have symptoms of it, and you start to lose control and lose your insanity. But if you get infected by it, of course. But it is an action game, action adventure game, and horror. You have so many weapons. It's a really good game. I highly recommend it. Beautiful story, and basically, Deacon St. John loses his girlfriend named Sarah, and Sarah is mainly a doctor that kind of made the virus, or the company. You know how like in the stories where the company develops the virus
Yeah,
and basically they're testing the humanity.
like Resident Evil.
Yeah, so they're like that, but more realistic.
Okay.
But basically you're more like a biker in a way. But you're in the game. It explains like he used to be a former ex-military.
Kind of sounds
Yeah.
like he's just an independent.
hmm
Just some dude who's just always by himself and likes it that way.
Yeah, and he also has a in a way brother or brother-in-law, Boozer, and he basically helps him on the way. But Boozer's like super buffed, like he's like jacked.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're facing the apocalypse, and then they have so many, and well, the zombies are called freakers. I say freak out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they have these different type of freakers. They have the normal ones to where they just come after you or attack you, and then you got the hordes to where they basically hibernate and they colonize, and they regroup and they actually form, and they're mainly like, I would say like the freakers are more like animals in the game. The way like they travel in groups, and if you encounter a horde, you better be ready because they will come after you in a horde, and they won't stop attacking you. And of course, you can put like mines or pipe bombs down, or incendiary rounds, or have incendiary um, grenade, or it's a really good game. I highly recommend it. Out of 5 stars, I'm gonna give this a 5 out of 5 because Sony makes quality games, and it's the acting's really good in that game, and the story gets better and better. But I will offer this: it does have an ending, like a secret ending, to where basically the freakers get smarter, and you meet this character named O'Brien, and basically he was a freaker the whole time, but he's in a hazmat suit, and you don't know what he looks like until the end of the game. It's basically teasing that the freakers are getting stronger and smarter, and they're evolving into something else.
This sounds like Resident Evil.
Yep.
It's exactly what it sounds like.
Yep. But it like the way I describe it, just that surprised me the most because they have scary music at the end too to add it and make it even more horrified than before. But it seems like that the freakers won in a way, and it seems like the higher ups, who are basically the company, the pharmaceutical company in that game, has a higher plan for those freakers. And I really hope to make a sequel because it has a really good story, and it's also a love story too in a way because you miss Sarah, the main character's ex wife or wife basically, and you mourn for her in the
Okay.
game. But I don't want to give too much away from the game. But I thought that was a major plot twist that basically the freakers are winning, and they're kind of overrunning the world. But also the directors are John Garvin and Jeff Ross. You have many weapons that you can unlock through beating the hordes or beating a mission. You have an AK or an M4. You can also have a Tommy gun and also a light machine gun too. And then you have pistols, machine pistols, and also what I liked is it also kind of had the same elements as Last of Us too. And you got to like craft your own bombs and craft your own melee weapons. And sometimes you can like craft a melee weapon, like if you have like a buzzsaw and a bat, you can make like a buzzsaw bat melee weapon,
Okay.
or you can make like a mace type bat weapon too. It's
Like Dead Rising.
yeah, but it was also you had like it was also an open world too RPG, and you can also like ride a motorcycle, and you can literally stop the bike, and they also have hibernation hives to where well, mainly the freaker's weakness is fire, and you use Mazel Tovs to throw at them and defeat the hives of the hordes. But it's a great game. Highly recommend it. You can only play it on PlayStation, but it's a great exclusive. and it did come out a couple years ago, but it was released on PC too, Scotty.
Okay.
So if you're ever interested, Days Gone is a great game. It is slow in the beginning, but it does get better, and it does have a new game plus.
Okay.
Yeah,
We'll see.
yeah, really good game. Highly recommend it. But yeah, if you guys are interested or if you guys want to call in, you call in at 937-775-5555. Other than that, we'll continue with the show. But so Scotty, have you played Mortal Kombat 11?
I played the last Mortal Kombat I played. Like, are you talking about like a lot or just touched it?
Like both. It doesn't matter.
I grinded Mortal Kombat 9 back when I was on the PlayStation 3, I believe.
Okay.
I played 10 a little bit, but I haven't played 11 at all.
Okay.
I'm not a big fighter game guy, except for Smash Bros. Because like, I'm really good at Smash, but when it comes to Mortal Kombat, I've never really been that good at it.
Okay. Well, for Mortal Kombat 9,
The old Mortal Kombat though, like the old school stuff, like the Nintendo Mortal Kombat.
Oh,
Now that's fun.
Okay. I haven't played those yet.
Oh, you never played the older ones? Ah, come on, Bailey, you gotta.
I don't know. If you have a Nintendo, let me know.
Heck, I mean, you can just get an emulator on your computer and do it from there. But
Oh, that's true.
yeah,
I would. That's my plan in the future, at least at some point in my life. Play like original retro games on like an emulator, and then just play like original Mortal Kombat.
oh, dude, I got a GameCube emulator on my PC, and I played Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess on there like a couple years ago.
Nice.
It's a good game. But yeah, Mortal Kombat 11, I haven't played it.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat 11. It follows basically the events after Mortal Kombat 10, and they basically showcase this new villain called Shinnok. And when a mysterious villain basically merges the past and the future, all of a sudden hell breaks loose, and basically the future is trying to prevent the wrongs of the past. And basically, you have characters that meet each other. You have Liu Kang meeting his future self, evil Liu Kang,
Okay.
and they fight each other. Then you have, say resurrected or remnant. Well, it's called Remnant Liu Kang because they kind of killed off a lot of characters in MK9, and then they were trying to continue that storyline to what happened for future generations for MK10, then MK11. It's mainly like MK11 is more like a modernized MK9 or updated MK9, but with better graphics and more characters.
Okay.
And and it's a long storyline too. And they also have another storyline too. Yeah, it's called I think I forget what it's called, but I think it's called Aftermath. Yeah, Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath.
Getting a phone call, Bailey.
Okay.
Hello, caller. Welcome to the Jones Review.
Hello?
Oh, Kiara.
Yes.
What's up?
What's going on?
Nothing much. Are you okay?
Yeah, I had some things came up right quick, so I had to take care of them.
All right. Well, welcome to the Jones Review. It's nice to have you on the show.
Well, thank you.
No problem.
Thank you.
Well,
What's going on?
Well, we were talking about Mortal Kombat 11 and all these Mortal Kombat games. So, what are your thoughts on Mortal Kombat 11 or playing a Mortal Kombat game?
I'm not even gonna lie, I haven't played that one yet. I don't think
Okay.
is Mortal Kombat X and Mortal Kombat 11 are the same thing, or is it like a new one that just came out?
Well, I would say Mortal Kombat 10 is kind of like Mortal Kombat 11, but it was just updated graphics and everything. But of course, we can talk about Mortal Kombat 10. Mortal Kombat 10 is a really popular one too.
Yeah.
It's mainly takes place 2 years after Shao Kahn dies, and basically the heroes of Earthrealm must face an even more powerful enemy called Shinnok, and they basically like the Earthrealmers fighters basically have offsprings, and they basically create a new generation of Mortal Kombat.
Oh,
characters.
that's the one they have. Like Cassie Cage and
Yeah.
all of them. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. But yeah, Cassie Cage. You also got Sub-Zero, Quan Chi, Johnny Cage, Kung Jin.
Mhm.
And then they also had um, Katana, Tanya, Sonya Blade, Devora. I really hate Devora.
Melina.
Yeah, Melina. Melina's toxic. Super
You
toxic.
said she's toxic.
Yeah. So Melina's the most toxic player or character to ever be played by. And
Yeah, but why is he like? Why is he so toxic and but yet like almost like the most liked besides like I would say like Liu Kang.
yeah. I mean, Luke Kane's not toxic, but like it seems like
But she's like up there with Liu Kang as far as like fan bases. Like people like ride it out for Melina. Like I don't know what it is about that girl, but like really, I see a lot of people play her as a character for Halloween. I see people just they're really interested in that girl's story. So I just be trying to figure out what's the hype about Molina
I
that
mean,
everybody likes. I mean, because I like her myself. Like, I mean, I like the whole fact that she could take off the mask and she looks like a monster. You know, when she takes it off and she'll eat you. I
mhm.
like the two little knife things you can throw. In fact, I like the fact that she can teleport out of into the ground and out of the sky and kick you, and she can do a lot of stuff. She rolls on the ground. It's a lot of stuff she does.
Yeah. I I don't know. There's so much hype for Melina. I just don't even understand. Like for NetherRealm Studios, the people that develop these games, they got so much hate from the fan base of Melina that she wasn't included in MK11, and they were harassed by it. And now she is in MK11 now. But I just remember that, and then I was so glad she wasn't in MK11 until now. But yeah,
Yeah.
MKX is a really good game. Out of 5 stars, I would give MKX a 3 out of 5 because I thought it was too dark, but also I thought the graphics was too cartoony in a way. Would you agree with that, Kara?
Um. Um. You
Or
said
Kiera?
with the
Sorry.
cartoon. Huh?
Out of 5 stars, what would you give MKX?
I'll give it a. I'll give it about 4 stars.
4 out of 5.
Uh huh.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna give it 3 out of 5 because I thought the graphics were kind of too cartoonish in a way for me, and I
Okay.
just the tone of it was too dark for me. And they're usually Mortal Kombat's. I mean, it's serious, but like it's usually brighter light in a way, like with the graphics. But I think it was just too serious for me. But
Gotcha.
I do
Yeah.
like the guest characters that they had on the game. They did have Jason Voorhees and
Oh,
Alien.
that's the one that they had Jason and Freddy, right?
Yeah.
Oh
Oh wait,
yeah,
no, they had Freddy on MK9. And
that's
then
right.
yeah, and then Jason on MKX.
I thought they had Jason and Freddy both in the same game. Wasn't Jason on MK9 as well then? Oh,
I
okay.
thought they both were. So they never been on the same game before.
No.
I thought they were.
Mm-mm.
I thought they was too.
No. Well, for some reason they wanted. Well, some.
Good.
Okay.
So wait,
Freddy
wait.
is on
I gotta think. Hold on.
MKX mobile, but he's not on the console.
Okay, but wasn't Jason on 9 then?
No, it was Freddy Krueger.
Okay, so Freddy was on 9, and then Voorhees was on 10.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And then they had
So why
Leatherface.
don't ever keep on both?
Yeah,
I could have
Leatherface,
sworn
that's
they
right.
both was on there.
Yeah, and then they had Alien and Predator.
Yep,
Yeah,
I heard about that.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Alien's really good as a character.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did play the one with the alien and Predator.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I mean, I do like the guest list that they had for the game. It's just the story that they had for it. I didn't care for. I know for online, Johnny Cage was my favorite character to play. And who'd you play
Come here.
as? Kiera.
Huh?
Who'd you play as?
I used to play with I told you Melina.
Oh, yeah.
Melina used to be one of my peoples. I liked Cassie Cage and Sonya Blade. I pick a lot of girls.
Okay.
I like Scorpion and I like Sub-Zero as well. They're really good characters.
Raiden
I
will
really
always
like
be
them.
my favorite character.
Raiden was really gonna
Mhm.
end KX for sure, even though they kind of nerfed him.
I mean, he's literally a god. Like,
Yeah.
how can you diss that dude? I'm like, he's a lightning
I
god.
mean, I used to play with him a lot. It's just that Dior. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Stop it.
Okay. Well, you know,
Okay.
we're definitely Johnny Cage is probably one of my favorite characters to play as. Like he literally was OP in all three games. And I have you ever played MK9, Kiera?
Stop it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's MK9 is my favorite. Also, it's
Stop
backwards
it.
compatible on Xbox now, so I'm really
This is why
excited.
you need a leash. This is exactly why you need one.
Ki- Kiera,
Mm-hmm.
sorry,
I'm sorry.
it's alright. We'll probably take a commercial break real quick and see where you're at right now, and we'll probably come back on the Jones Review real quick.
Welcome to the Jones Review.
Welcome back to the Jones Review, everybody. This is B. Jones coming at you in the latest in entertainment news. Sorry, Kiara's busy right now at the moment, so probably won't have her on the show. But if she wants to call back, she can. I guess she was busy at the time doing something. But other than that, we were talking about Mortal Kombat. So, Scotty, for so you said Mortal Kombat 9 is your favorite.
Yeah.
Remember when they had Kratos on the show?
What the heck was that?
Oh, I think that's Kiara. I'll just take it real quick. Hello. Okay, are you able to call back, Kiara? Okay, all right. We're gonna be on the air right now. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. I don't usually take calls on the air, but she was a guest on the show.
Yeah,
I don't want to
we
be
got
rude.
you, man.
Yeah. So, Anyways, Mortal Kombat 9 is your favorite. You remember when they had Kratos on the game?
Yeah.
He was pretty cool.
That was one of the DLC dudes, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. I like how when Sony has guest characters, they just won't let other people or let other characters be on. Oh, okay. She's on there.
All right, welcome back to the Jones Review.
Kiara?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Welcome back.
Hello.
Hi. So we were talking about Mortal Kombat. So I was telling Scotty that you remember when they had Kratos as a guest character on MK9?
Kratos. I remember a character called Kratos.
Yeah,
I do.
He's painted in white and red, and he's wearing gold armor.
Yeah,
From God of War.
Yeah, God of War.
Yep.
Yeah,
I do remember.
yeah, that was pretty cool. And they also have Kenshi. He's one of my favorite Mortal Kombat characters. Hopefully, he returns soon.
Bro, you remember? I think it was from Mortal Kombat 9 where Skrillex made like the reptile song or
Oh
whatever.
yeah, reptile.
Yeah, I forgot all about that.
Yeah, and that was pretty cool. Mortal Kombat 9 was, I think, the most popular because they marketed it very well.
Yeah, they did.
And
And that's what my dad had it on his PlayStation. That's why I played it.
it was it was trending like for a good 3 years.
Yeah, it was a fun Mortal Kombat game. I really liked it.
Yeah, and there's so much content that
I didn't really notice any glitches in it or anything.
Yeah, it was just such a great game. It was actually finished. It was a finished game.
Yeah, it was finished.
Yeah.
That is a good point because half the games that are out nowadays are nowhere near finished.
Yeah, and or the executives are rushing them to finish the game.
Exactly.
So when y'all say finished, it means like the storyline or something?
The 3 what?
Are you referring to the storyline when you mean finished?
No, we mean
Yeah.
the game's like super glitchy when they
Yeah.
release it. So like
Yeah.
they didn't do like a rework on it to make sure there's like glitches or anything.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Because
It's-
that's what we've noticed with a lot of the newer games that have came out recently.
Yeah, they have to produce out patches or develop patches to polish the game even more. Like the glitches, like the characters would just jump up for no reason, or they'll just have like a buggy face or glitch out,
Mhm.
or sometimes the game would crash. And
Gotcha.
other times, you would or it wouldn't save certain amount of progress that you made in the game, and it just every
Mhm.
time you load the game, it doesn't save your progress. So there's just certain little
Yeah.
things little things about the game that kind of turns off people from playing that game. But yeah, also switch gears here. Kiara, I know that you cosplay. How's that? I mean, do you enjoy cosplaying as Rogue from the X-Men?
Well, I kind of just got into it. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
Rogue has just been a character that I've been into since I was younger, since the cartoon, the old version of the cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if people remember the early '90s.
Yeah, I remember that show. Did you hear that they're? Yeah, did you hear that?
That's what.
Yeah, they're coming out. They're coming back with that.
No, I didn't hear.
Yeah,
that. I didn't
X-Men
look that up.
'97.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta check that out.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a great show for sure.
So,
Um,
I'm just mad in the movies they kind of played Rogue. I feel like she didn't get much of a give much of a character as she did in the. I mean, when I watched the movies, I thought that I was going to look forward to seeing more of her, considering that I seen her in the cartoon. And, she had an important role in the cartoon. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Yeah, I think they kind of played Rogue dirty a little bit. I mean, she's still OP. Like she's one of the best X Men OP characters in the X Men Marvel universe, and
Yeah.
like in the comics, she actually absorbed Captain Marvel's powers, and she, you know, and that's how she flies and has super strength and everything. And
Mhm.
it's crazy how she can still absorb other powers. And it's just that's like a omega level mutant, so that's pretty cool. And
Yeah.
they just yeah, but
Yeah. That's
I don't know. I do want to cosplay sometime, but like I think I might cosplay. Have you ever watched Rick and Morty?
Rick and Morty. Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, I if I ever have a chance to cosplay, I want to cosplay as Rick Sanchez or Morty because I think that would be funny. So hopefully,
Okay.
even my cousin said I should cosplay sometime, but I thought about it. I was like, yeah, you know, eh. But I'll think about it sometime at some point. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it's like one of those things you got to get into character. Like you have to like really like I don't know. You got to get into character, especially when you bring out the costumes. And then like another person that I like to play around with is Jessica Rabbit. So like I don't know, when you get into character, you just kind of like you got to get into character. You can't just be playing around with
okay.
it.
So I have to be truly in character in order to feel like that character. I see. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Well, I guess I'll give it a try sometime. Scotty, would you try cosplay by any chance?
I feel like if I ever did, I feel like somebody I would try to pull off is Leon Kennedy from like the Resident Evil 4 design of him.
Yeah.
Honestly, if I had to do cosplay, it would be something like that. But I don't know. I'm a big Legend of Zelda guy too, and when I was a kid, I for Halloween one year, I dressed up as Link
Okay.
from Legend of Zelda. I had the green shirt. I cut everything. I made like a sword, like a little fake sword, and then like had a shield, and it looked like the Hylian shield the way we designed it. It was really cool. But I'm not a big cosplayer. I've never done it before. But I feel like if I ever did, it would be either Link or Leon Kennedy.
I see us more of Link. I don't know.
Yeah,
I just,
maybe.
you look like a Link.
I don't know. They both have blonde hair, and I have dark hair, so I'd have to dye it. But I feel like if I did dye it, would look more like Link. Leon's hair is, like
like a dirty blonde,
yeah,
and
dirty
like
blonde
kind
with
of
the
like your hair
bangs.
is in a little bit.
I don't know. Let me look at the camera here.
Yeah, just a tiny bit.
Mhm.
I have a little bit of blonde highlights in there,
Yeah.
but that's what happens when it's bright outside. In January, it'll darken again.
Yeah. So, Kiara, do you have any other favorite characters that you like to cosplay as?
Well, the Jessica Rabbit character.
Yeah.
I don't like I said, I just got into it, so it's more so like these are like my alter egos more so. So like I kind of tap into these people when I do certain my everyday lifestyle. So like if I get into a character or if I'm doing my hair a certain way, I just may feel like a character. You know what I
Okay.
mean? And so it just kind of plays into like my alter ego. It's not something that I thought of doing like on a regular basis, if that makes sense.
I got you. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's something new. So
Yeah.
yeah, so there's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, I also checked out your YouTube channel too. Shout out to Kiara Rabbit on YouTube. She has a really good YouTube channel too, and she has like a couple of them are really funny too. I just your personality is funny, and yeah, I remember one time you're like, I want to do my clothes at the laundromat and stuff, and you just all
Hmm.
goofy and stuff. So I thought that was pretty cool. So like
Thank you.
for you, no problem. For your YouTube channel, Kiara, like what was the process of making it? How much time you put into it?
Believe it or not, I've been doing YouTube for a kind of a really long time. I just now started to let's go run it back again. So I've been doing YouTube for maybe like 5, 7 years,
Oh
but
wow.
I've just now started. Yeah, but I'm no. But the thing is, I just now started to take it serious. If that makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
I will dibble and dab. I will release like a video here of me acting crazy, or upload something that upload somebody else's video, or try to sing, or just doing just random things. And then, um, like just recently, I just started to take it serious because I did music, and I know a lot of people know me on social media. So I'm just like, well, in order for me to keep in contact and interact with everybody, might as well just start a YouTube channel and keep consistent.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Consistency is the key.
Consistency is the key. I'm lacking the consistency right now because I've been so busy with work
Yeah.
and just life
It,
itself.
it life can happen. It's not really about work. It's just life. Like like YouTube, social media is something that you just really have to like kind of like map out and just really decide to yourself that okay, like I'm gonna take it serious, and if you decide to take it serious, you just have to just be on it because people pay attention to that. Like, and it's really weird, and it's really weird to say, but it's like we're living in a matrix. Like how people can just look at you and just kind of like feel your personality through a screen. Like, you know what I mean? Like they
Hmm.
can just tell if they're gonna rock with you or not. So it's just like a lot when it comes to trying to be a content creator. You just have to just keep that in mind.
Okay. So when you're making content and when you're releasing it on social media, like, is it more like you kind of think about what other people would think, or it wouldn't really matter to you because it's you and
Um,
it's
it's like a little bit of both. Like it
okay?
because it depends on like what I'm doing. Like the more people, the more eyes I have on me, the more I do kind of care like about what people say. Or more so, not. I don't necessarily more so care about what people say. It's more so I care about what I do.
Gotcha. Okay.
So it's just like just watching myself. Like the more popular I get, the more I try to take caution on actions and stuff like that, like doing things in the media or doing things in the public, so that people won't look at me in a negative light or try to look at me like a bad person. Because, like I said, a lot of people can just look at you nowadays on the screen and just they can just read your whole life.
Hmm.
It's weird.
Yeah, I know what you mean because social media is like a different world, and it's literally like
Yeah.
anything can literally blow up in a matter of seconds, and it's
Mhm.
trending, and then other people start doing it, and then it becomes a TikTok challenge,
Oh
and then
God, don't even bring up TikTok. Gosh, it's too much.
and then sometimes people get hurt, or sometimes it becomes something else, but it's just literally like a constant thing of just if people are bored, they just do this, and then it just literally comes a trend on social media. So I think that's like
Yeah.
the positive but negative effect of social media too. But
Yeah, everything is very repetitive. A lot of people like. I mean, I have a TikTok too, so it's like I get that whole aspect. That's another reason why I'm also working on my own website, and the reason I'm doing that is because I just feel like I think we all, as just if you're in the media in general, I think you just need your own platform. And it's like because we have like other platforms that we can that we utilize to like I guess brand ourselves or get our names bigger because of these platforms having like I guess a name for themselves or a lot of people joining this platform. So you have like a better chance of getting your content out there and getting it seen. It's just that I feel like people should like kind of focus on their own website because it's yours. You can kind of create how you want to create, and nobody can really like tell you anything,
yeah, I definitely agree with that.
And I mean, you can it's a lot more leeway with that. Like you can do a lot more with your own website versus using other people's platforms like YouTube, TikTok, and stuff. It's cool to have those and get your name out there. But I think that at the end, if you have your own website, when everything, say for instance, what if YouTube crashes or what if TikTok crashes? Then what? All your videos and all that hard work you just did is gone. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
But
that
if
makes.
but if you have a website, people
Th-
know where to find you if things crash or things happen or anything like that. You know what I mean?
hmm So if anything crashes, it's literally people know where to find you, and it's your website. You can do
Wayback
whatever.
Machine.
Is that?
Yeah.
Use the
Yep.
Wayback Machine if you have to. If it crashes,
Uh,
the Wayback
Yeah.
Machine's a website where you can like look at websites from older times.
oh.
and then you can
Mhm.
like go get your videos from there if the site crashes. I think that'd be like the only way.
Why does it sound like
Yeah.
Blockbuster?
I don't know.
I mean, yeah,
Way
cause
back.
Yeah.
I save my content to like my phone. So like I may lose a view. So if YouTube like crashes, now you lose my view count. That's fine. But if you have a fan base and people have been consistently going to your website based off you doing YouTube videos and stuff like that, then if something like that happens, then they'll come in. They'll still your website should have a view counter too. So it's just like your views will get back up. It's just people will just come start seeing you there versus YouTube because they have nowhere else to see you.
Right.
I don't think we'll see YouTube have anything like that happen for a long time, though. Really.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
sometimes
I
it
mean,
really
websites
crashes.
crash, but they don't
Yeah.
really lose a bunch of stuff or like lose the whole website.
Yeah, well, yeah, no, I don't think it's like necessarily, but I know a lot of people will lose their channel. They may put up the wrong video. It may be totally innocent, but YouTube guidelines be so like wishy-washy. They change up things so much. So
They do.
a
That is
person video
true.
can be up and then it'll be down the next day, or their whole channel could be compromised. They'll be uploading good, and then one video can just cost them their whole channel without them even realizing it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's like another thing. It's not really necessarily about them crashing, but it's just having your stuff backed up and protected just in case. Because we all have an opinion. We all want to put our voices out there, and some of these platforms don't allow us to do that. But if you do have your own website, you can voice your own opinion without nobody telling you can't.
Right. Yeah, that definitely says a lot for sure. And just with I don't know, just with everything about the media, like they usually change a lot of stories, or sometimes stories are true, but they change up so much things, even with
Yeah.
the news, and they just kind of switch up on people and definitely change up the story and make it even more worse than it seems. So you can't always trust everything on the internet, but it's just
Mhm.
that's how life is. But yeah, we are coming up at the end of the Jones Review. Kiara, I want to thank you for being on the show today, and thank you for being a guest. And it was a pleasure to have you on the show. Thank you.
No problem. It was an honor.
Yeah, I appreciate Scotty for being my producer
As always, my man.
as always, and thank you for everyone who's been listening to the Jones Review, and thank you for the support. And we'll be back soon after Thanksgiving break
For about one or two episodes.
One or two
to
episodes.
finish off the season.
But I'm gonna have to kick it in the overdrive even more, so I gotta get people on the Jones Review and see if we can make something special. So, anyways, thank you everyone, and I hope everyone has a blessed weekend. And Kiara, have a great weekend, and we'll talk soon. So,
Thank you. You too.
no problem. All right, take care, everyone. Have a good weekend.